Good day, my wonderful viewers. This is Lady Blessing. Welcome to the first edition of Nollywood today on DKG TV Online. Today, we'll be discussing a very important department in the Nollywood industry, which is the impact of directors in the Nollywood industry. The impact of directors in the Nollywood industry. And here with me is a movie director, an actor, and a producer in the person of Mr. Okocha Awam Emmanuel. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Nice to know.
All right, welcome. So, having heard a lot of things about directors, having heard what they had to pass through to bring a movie to life, so we came with a lot of questions. Please, could you explain to our viewers the process you use to create a visual story arc for your films?
Wow. Well, my name is Okocha Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
I'm a movie director under Association of Nigerian Movie Directors, otherwise known as ANMD.
Right.
As a movie director, you have to be an imaginable character. An imaginable character. Why I say that is because you have to see the unreal stories, thereby creating it to reality.
All right.
Secondly, a movie director is also a creative character, whereby you create something unusual
All right.
to reality too. You create something from the unseen world into what we call film. And a movie director is a visionary person. You see and look beyond the storyline in aspect of getting the work done, either during the pre-production or the post-production. You work with every department to make sure that the story is being worked out for.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You see, working with a lot of people takes a lot. It takes a lot. So this now took us to the next question, which is how do you manage a large cast and crew to ensure that everyone is working towards the same vision?
Well, the large cast and crew, like, let me break it down with the crews.
Okay.
A movie director should be able to understand the different offices or departments in film production, which is called the crew. You should be able to know the volume needed for a particular shot. You should be
Okay.
able to know the angle needed for a particular shot. You should be able to know the blockings that has to do with the setting. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You should be able to know the lighting. So you should be able to know on every given set. You should be able to work with the crews in achieving that particular set. Then when it comes to the larger actors,
Yes.
a movie director should be able to develop that leadership skills, whereby you give room to learn from actors, because most times directors doesn't know it all.
Yes.
There are some creation you will try to do, some actors will tell you, no, why not do it like this? Why not do it like this?
Yes.
I get it. You
Yes.
should be able to reason with the actors
Mm.
and also to stand in your creative knowledge as a director.
Yeah.
You are the man in charge. This is what you are being paid for. So you should give it your best to make sure that you bring out the best from the actors.
Wow. That's very nice, sir. Thank you so much. But how do you collaborate with your cinematographer to achieve the desired visual style for your films?
Well, you say that the hardest work that a movie director does on a set is helping to balance the picture quality,
Okay.
um, or maybe during the shooting. You work in line with the cameraman to make sure that he gives you the right quality and the picture needed for the sets. Although there are some persons out there who don't really know that that is their job as a director. But what gives you the upper hand in what you are doing as a professional filmmaker, as a director, is being able to work hand in hand with the DOP or the cinematographer. Like some weeks ago, or months rather, in Asaba, I I was opportune to work with different cinematographers on sets. You know, the production we are just that particular set they were just changing different cinematographers.
Okay.
They will bring in this one today, tomorrow this person, the other person will come and block this person. They were just bringing, interchanging cinematographers, and that really gave me a lot of challenges. You understand?
Yes.
Because this other one I work today, I've already given him a directive
Yes.
on what and the picture he is to give me on that particular set.
Okay.
They already tomorrow they'll bring a different person and I start afresh to give him the picture of what I need and the frame
That was quite a lot.
of what we are shooting. So that is my work as a director.
Okay.
You understand? To help them interpret the story
Okay.
in their pictures.
Yeah.
Do you understand? There are sometimes a cinematographer will be shooting and will be lost on set. What I mean by lost on set, they will not be able to be looking in and know when the tempo or when the weather changes. So the movement of the director on and off behind the set gives him the edge to reposition the cinematographer to do the needful. Because most times the actors would like try to make some movement which most times the cameraman or the cinematographer would like to follow them at that particular time. The picture might be blurred, but the director who knows his work knows that during that period you're supposed to be looking into the camera to know if the frame is still intact. Right.
Wow. It means to be a director takes a lot, actually,
It takes.
in the movie industry.
It takes.
Wow. We are really learning a lot today.
It takes.
Okay, that takes us to the next question, sir. Can you describe your approach to directing actors and bringing out authentic performances?
Actors, like every given script, has a expected cast
Yes.
needed for it. Therefore, most times you work hand in hand with the producer and also the production manager to make sure that the actors needed for it are available. You understand?
Okay.
Like movie industry, we call it a showbiz.
Okay.
You understand? It's a business and it's also entertainment. So whenever you are in for that, you give it your best. You make sure you bring in people that will give you the best.
Alright.
You make sure you bring in cast and actors that will give you the best. But most times, most of them are being ignorant of the particular role they are coming to film. You know, producer call the actors, okay, come, we have a film, or maybe the distance of the actor is far that the script was not able to deliver or get to him or her on time. So he or she might not be able to interpret or go through the script before coming on set. So what makes you a director is to find a way to summarize the story for them so that they will have the spirit to flow. Once they understand the scenario and the storylines, it will enable them to roll with the character they are playing. So a movie director takes time to put every actors into character. So it's not just okay, she is playing this role and he is playing this role. You take time to balance it. Like something happened on sets that was able to, I was trying to correct a wrong impression that was being given to a particular script. This script, as a director, I've assimilated it, I've read a bit, I've worked on it for a couple of months before the shooting. So the characters were like, okay, I should be the younger sister, why the other character is the elder sister. I said, no, you are the elder sister, why the other one? There's no how the younger sister will be antagonizing an elder sister. I get it. For what? You understand? Because I've already interpreted the story, and I knew that this is actually.
And you've known the one that is suitable
for that particular person. You understand? Although sometimes the producers and the EPs always try to confuse us on set. Because they will always want to please the actors and not the directors, or not be able to work with the director. That particular set, they produced the EP. The actor cried onto the EP, complained to the EP. And the EP came back to me and said, no, let's do it this way, that this person is suggesting. I said, no, this is my profession. If I should allow this, we are killing this film. Do you understand?
Yes.
And as a director, if you look at an actor, you know who has that antagonistic facial expression in him or her.
All right.
So you don't just look at me and maybe you give me a role that is not suitable for me. Do you understand? So once I look at you on a particular set, I will know what to give you on that particular set. So that is.
Okay, so what happens when it comes to a point when an actor, yes, you've given that actual, that particular scene to that particular actor, but being in character, he or she is not really giving you what you want, and then how do you put them into character? How do you try to convince them? Because most of the times, as an actor, you might have a lot of things on your head that you cannot really deliver what you are being given to. So as a director, how do you manage the situation? How do you make them put them into the character? How do you do that? Because at times the person might be angry or moody or that kind of a thing.
Well, that is a very nice question and one of the hardest. Most times producers will always want to mount pressure on the directors and production manager.
All right.
And I've worked in different places and environments and locations. Most times, if I want to define a movie industry in Lagos and movie industry in Asaba, both of them there is a quite different things within them. Most of us that have gone to shoots in Lagos, really we give our best whenever we are filming in Lagos, because the EPs and the producers are not interested of how many scenes you shoot in a day. You take time to work on your story. You take time to give the actors their best shot. I get it.
Yes, sir.
You don't rush shooting in Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt the way you rush it in Asaba. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You don't do it. Over there in Asaba, I'm sorry to say this, every minute you waste in Asaba is an attributed money or added money on your budget. So the EP is not interested who does it right or who gets what you are looking for. Is interested how many scenes you are shooting in a day. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So that's why if you look at the movie industry, the Nollywood in general, you get to know that there is quite different.
Mm.
So what you do as a director is whenever you find yourself in that situation, you'll be able to manage both the EP, both the production manager, and both the actors.
Okay.
You have to allow the actor refresh his or herself
Okay.
because the ability of the actor to give you what you want determines the credit that will be coming to you
Exactly. Exactly.
as a director.
Yes.
Now, there was a shrine scene that was given on a particular set. You understand that one of the actors, actresses played in my last recent jobs. You know, when the production manager and the continuity we are just rushing because they tend to finish up to move to another place. I went to the actor. I went to her. I told her, I said, please, ma, I need so things. I need a kind of this is what I want you to give me.
Yes.
I whispered to her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you know when she gave me that soundtrack, when she gave me that sound, you understand, before taking her lines, I felt the emotion and the feelings of the movie. Even every other person that
and that's exactly what the viewers will see.
That's what they want. Do you understand? She could have gone straight to taking her lines.
Yes.
But I went to her, I told her, okay, I want this. Give me this. Do it for like 30 to 1 minute before taking your lines. And when she did that, everywhere the feelings of the movie came out. That particular scene. The feelings of that particular scene came out. So I enjoyed it. Another thing happened in Lagos when I was directing one of the Nollywood legends. And that was a mechanic workshop, and a lot of people were like, okay, what is going on? What is going on? And I went to him and I whispered to him, I said, sir, why not do this way?
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that set has been one of the most lovable set I've directed as a movie director.
Wow.
You understand? Another one happened when I was on set that needed emotions, tears from one of the Nollywood legend. I went to her, I said, no, please, I need tears. I need tears. So we have to give her a couple of minutes to form it.
Yes.
Because I need natural tears and not artificially made tears. Yes. I told her, I said, please, anyhow you will do it. We off the equipment for like 15 minutes before she gathered it. Do you understand? So you give them that time to flow.
Exactly.
You give them that time to flow. That is what makes you as a movie director.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, sir. So after doing this whole thing on set, how then do you work with editors to shape the final version of your film?
Well, that one is we call it post-production.
Okay.
We call it post-production. That is one of the hardest of it all.
Serious?
Why I say it is one of the hardest of it all. People think that filming is just on the shooting days. But your ability to still go back in the studio to do the soundtracking, the color grading, the sequencing, you understand? You stay for hours with the editors. While on set, you might have a freedom of movement, you understand, fresh air, and what have you. But while on editing with the editor, you spend some hours sitting down at the studio, you know, enjoying the hits most times, or enjoying the visual, what do I call it? Enjoy the visual statistics or the visual score of every set. Do you understand? You go through it, you put the editor through on the angle shots. Like there are different shots we take during shooting. most editors will always want to throw it away.
Mm.
Most editors don't need anything that will make them that will give them headache.
Alright.
They just want to take master medium CU to frame your job. But if you know what you are doing as a professional director, you'll be able to say, no, okay, let's go, let's place this role in, let's place this shot, let's bring in this. I get it.
Yes,
You'll be able to determine where the settings and the sequencing should be.
Okay. So you
There should be color grading, there should be sequencing, there should be sound score. In fact, you do a lot of work.
So you're telling us now that a director must work with editors in there.
100 over 100.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. We are going on a short break. We will be right back. Stay tuned. Thank you. Welcome back to the program. This is still the blessing. We are still with Mr. Okocha Awam Emmanuel. Thank you very much. So moving on to the next question, sir. How do you stay up to date with the latest advancements in filming technology and techniques?
Okay, I learn every day.
I see.
I attend the seminars in and out.
Okay.
What I mean by in and out is most times I go to Cameroon to learn. Most times I travel also to Nigeria to other places to attend seminars and also to learn. So I learn every day. I learn online and learn. In fact, I learn. That's the only way to keep going. To keep going because there are some effects shots, there are some graphic exposition that a movie director needs to have the knowledge of. So every age, every generation, every century, and every time things changes.
Okay.
Things changes. And also I learn by watching other people's job. I learn by watching other people's job. More especially Bollywood movies. I learn a lot from there. And also most times I do watch Z World and all the rest.
Yeah.
In order to learn some things from them. Some creative and graphic pictures
Yeah.
from there.
Okay. So you're telling us that every day we must have one or two things to learn from our fellow human beings.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And also I learn while on set.
All right.
I learn while on set because every actor has a new exposition.
Yes.
You meet different kinds of people
Okay.
daily. You associate with them, you know their mindsets, you know where they have gone to, you know where, you learn from human beings.
Yeah.
And most of the things we need to learn are out there in social media. Yeah. Out there online, you go there, you download, you learn.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So tell us more. about a time where you disagreed with a producer or a financier about a creative direction of your film. How did you handle the situation?
It's not easy. In fact, that is one of the hardest parts
Really?
because that aspect, if you didn't handle it well, you
Okay.
lose that contact.
Mm.
Because most of the producers and executive producers always want you to do it in their own way.
Mm.
They always want you to do it in their own way. Most times they bring all the actors needed for that set.
Mm.
And when you are set, you realize that this person is not suitable for this particular role.
Yes.
But because the EP has already apportioned that role to that person, that stands.
Wow.
I get it. But what makes you a director is to have that agreement with him before set or before the contract. This is what I'm not going to accept. This is what I'm not going to accept, and this is what I will accept. Let it go into the contract. Do you understand?
Okay.
Let it go into the contract so that when you are going contrary to what you have been agreed with the EP, you know that you are the one that is causing the problem.
Yeah.
And when he or she is going contrary to your agreement with him, you know that they are the ones causing the problem. And most times this thing has led a lot of breach of contracts.
Yes.
Like there's a producer I told one day, I said, okay, 3 point something million will give us this and this. She budgeted 6 million naira for the 2 jobs. I told her, I said, if you allow me to manage this budget with the production manager, we will not spend up to 4 million naira for this project.
Okay.
I told her. She was like, director, how is it going to happen? I said, okay, let's go into it. Give me the list of all the actors you want for these 2 projects. Let's contact them. We contacted a lot of them and they came. Don't interfere in every decision I and the PM gives while on set.
All right.
She followed it. Do you understand? At the end, we could not even spend close to 3 million naira for that 2 projects. Because we shot it straight. And it flows. At the end, she was like, wow. That someone told her she would spend 7 million naira. Do you get me? Now, that same person coming back again will say, no, I don't want to do it like this.
Yeah.
You have to do it in my own way. Then he or she comes back to spend more than expected. At the end, she will blame it on you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But whenever you followed as a producer, as an executive producer, whenever you followed the direction of the director and the production manager, you tend to manage your resources and your budget. So I have faced a lot of things with different EPs. On this angle, he or she gives me the expected platform to carry out my work. On this other hand, he or she refused to give it. This person enjoys the benefit while this person lacks and spend much. Thereby at the end, she will take it to the market. Like one of my EP have gone for censoring for copyright, and they ask her, how much did you invest in this particular movie? She said it, and the person were like, your director wasted your money. They blame it on the director and the production manager, but the blame should go to the EP because she refused to do what we planned for. So it's 2 sides in the story.
Okay. So in this situation, can you describe a situation where you had to work within tight budget constraints? How did you approach the creative process in those circumstances?
Okay, tight budget means that low budget.
Yes.
Let me use the present job I'm pursuing that will be coming up in few days now.
Okay.
And that is an example of tight budgets. Are you getting me?
Okay.
We have a limited budget for that project. We have a limited resources. We have We have few finance to do the filming.
Yes.
What is left for me to do there as a director, who is standing also as a producer, is to be able to manage every bit of time and resources that will be coming in. Do you understand?
Okay.
I and the production manager will follow up our budget. How many actors that are coming in, how many scenes we are to shoot, and how many days we are to use. Like there was a shooting when I did open Wahala in Lagos with the likes of Papa Jasco and the rest of them. That is around 116 scenes.
Wow.
And the EP said he wants us to achieve that scene within 4 days.
Wow.
I called the PM when I went to Lagos. I called the PM one day. I called him, I said, okay, let's go into breakdown, let's go into budgeting. Now we're going to do this. He now brought out an idea, okay, let's shoot 20 scenes within the day and 15 scenes within the night. So we are shooting back to back. Within the day, we shoot 20 scenes, close around 5 o'clock, everybody rest. We start off by 7 or 8 o'clock to finish 15 scenes. So we did that movie within 3 days. So we are shooting close to 35-40 scenes.
Wow.
In a day. Reason because we want to manage the budget. Because the EP has already said he requested for small scripts, but they brought a huge script. Do you understand?
Yes.
That he planned for 3 days, at most 4 days. So anything we are doing and we exceed that 4 days, the other budgets and the other expenses will be on me and the production manager. So what we did, we called all the actors, we said, okay, this is how we are going to work. And we achieved it.
Won't that huge number of script, won't it affect the actors? They have to go into their mind, bring out.
Actors are like soldiers.
Oh.
Actors are soldiers. We train ourselves like soldiers. You don't have yourself when you're on set.
Right.
Most contracts, most stipulated time for filmmaking is 18 hours. So the actors are to work for 18 hours per day.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
Most stipulated contracts, some 15 hours, depending on your agreement with the production.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
Some 24 hours. I've done a job that we spend the whole day filming.
Wow.
I've done a job we spend the whole day filming. That was last year. So it depends on the production you are working. There are some production, like I said, the difference between Lagos and Abuja and Asaba and Port Harcourt shooting, that's quite different. If you go to Rome, you behave like Romans. If you go to Lagos, you behave like Lagosians. If you come to Asaba, you do the business of Asaba.
Wow. Well, considering what you just told us right now, have you ever had to deal with a difficult or uncooperative actor? How did you resolve the situation? Because you just told us now, actors behave like soldiers. When you come in contact with an actor who is very difficult, how do you resolve?
Okay.
How do you work with such person?
Like I can remember in 2019, when I was filming with our late legend, blessed uncle, Don Brian. Rest in peace.
Amen.
And I brought out, I introduced my continuity to them on set. And he said over his dead body with the girl called a set on that particular shooting. And the girl is unprofessional, and the girl is still a child. But I still stood on my ground to tell him that this is what I have for this film. So we had a lot of arguments and a lot of disagreements, but at the end, my decision is final. So then that disagreement led to a lot of closeness, because it was after that very day that he realized that it is good to give people time and chance to put themselves.
Yeah.
So, but at the initial time, we had a disagreement. I could remember some time ago, I also had a disagreement, an argument too, with one of the legendary Uncle Harry B on sets, and that was when I did Mysterious Fate in Enugu State. So when I needed him on set, he was not there. He delayed our set.
Wow.
Before he came out from his hotel, it's already past 12 that very day. So when he came out, I lost my character. I was furious, and I couldn't control myself. I released it on him. In fact, the whole of Enugu gathered to make peace.
Wow.
The whole of Enugu gathered to make peace for us. At the end, he was like, okay, send me your account number and before them. And I was giving him the account number then. You know, most of us are used to send me account number or refund when there is an argument and disagreement.
Yeah.
So I was releasing the account number for him to transfer and refund, which at the end, the case was resolved. That particular set made me more closer to him.
Yeah.
You understand? There have been other places. You know, when we're on set, most people don't see what we pass through as directors. It happens regularly. You disagree with actors. It happens. It happens. Sometimes some will even come up with a lot of accusations. Some will come out when they see that they cannot influence you, they try to ridicule you, they try to show that you are nobody. Like a few months ago, we were set and one of the actors were like trying to bring a suggestion, and I said no. She was making that suggestion that if it was her director.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
And I was like, it is not your director.
Yes.
This is me on charge.
You're right.
This is me on ground. I am in control. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If it is me, this is what you should do on my set. Do you understand?
Yeah.
At the end, she was able to understand why I made her to do what she did. When she was like, wow, director, I never knew this was what you wanted at the end. I said, that is, you should have asked me that I'm making such step.
Alright, you once mentioned sometimes they will raise an accusation on you. So that takes us to the next question. Have you faced backlash or criticism for the content of your film? How did you respond to that?
Okay. You know, I always say that we grow every day.
Yeah.
I've done jobs that within myself, I thought I had done the best job. But most times, I look at the picture quality is not given. At a point, I go into training on how to work with my gaffer and my son. There has been a job I did, and the DOP, the sound recordist, was not giving me the expected sound. Whenever we set, I check it, but during the post-production, I realized that there was no single sound on the set. The sound, we were shaking, waves and all the rest.
Yeah.
So it condemned a lot of good sense. So that made me to, every minute on set, I check the camera, I check the sound. After the set, I check the camera, I check the set, the sound. So that the mistake of the past will not repeat. Sometimes the EPs will like, some editors are just trying to take away your job from you. More especially when you are not there. And when they have that contact with the EP, they will cut those particular errors that you are not the person that did it to rubbish you and your team. So the criticism there is always trying to learn from every particular set. I make sure that I exhibit or I carried out a particular growth whenever I'm on set. This is the way my lighting was in this previous set. This is the way it should be. Because after everything, I go back to watch it and I realize that there should be something I would have done, which I didn't do. So that is it.
So when you're being criticized, maybe on social media or even
it doesn't
Facebook,
move. It doesn't move us.
Okay, you don't respond.
You don't respond to it.
Oh right.
We don't respond to it. Okay, last month I reshooted a movie. There is a movie that I've done, and the editor lost the job. So when my EP was looking for a story, I contacted the scriptwriter. I said, okay, we need a good story. Would you allow me to use this your script in the placement of this? Let me send it to my EP. If he likes it, he pays you. And she said, no problem. Do you understand? Why? Because the story is very sweet. So we did that movie. The editor lost the content. And being a human being, I can't kill him. Mistakes are always there.
Yes.
I get it. So we reshooted the script. When some actors that were featured in the previous scene saw the update on social media, they were like, director did this, and director. Whereby when this guy lost the job during editing, I came back to the group chat. I said, something is wrong.
Yes.
So thing has happened. Please, you people should bear with us. Anything. So the criticism got the attention of my EP.
Okay.
Then, trying to cause problem, I told him, I said, okay, please, with all due respect, I have already explained this to these people. But I don't know why they are bringing up this up now. So there's always this criticism both on social media. You understand? There used to be a time I'll be filming and people like, hey, this guy. You don't understand that kind of thing.
Yes.
Because not everybody wants your success in this movie industry.
Alright.
Not everyone wants your success.
Not everyone.
Even people you called your friends are not happy that you are doing jobs as a director. That is it.
Wow. Alright, thank you very much, sir. But could you please tell us about a time when you had to make a difficult creative decision that improved the final product of the film?
Well, I would say when I did the Three Sisters,
Okay.
which was what I was just explaining some minutes ago, the producer, the EP, and the production manager, they went and they did a wrong casting
Yeah.
without my consent. You understand? They did the wrong casting without my consent, and I was very furious and angry when I saw it. They did the wrong casting. Had it been I overlooked it, a lot of things would have been damaged in that movie. Well, 2-3 characters were given, and you should be able to determine if you're a creative director. You should be able to determine who plays antagonist and who plays the protagonist role on that particular set. Looking facially. It's not, I don't cast based on the relationship.
Okay.
I cast based on what I'm looking for. Even if you are my girlfriend, per se, except if there is an agreed contract on that particular set, maybe you are the one bringing the money for, but most times I don't accept that.
What you're interested in.
What I'm interested is the picture and what to get at the end. The finishing touch, because people will get to understand that who directed this job. Like me, I can't use somebody of my age to as a father figure.
Yeah.
Adding some white powder, makeup to look. Those kind of scene, I don't love doing it.
Okay.
So the producer did the wrong casting and the actors came in, they were expecting to add that particular role, but I said no. To the extent that the character she said no, I don't like acting antagonist. I insisted, I said, man, irrespective of the closeness and the relationship we have, this is the role you should act.
Wow, that must be a kind of a difficult situation.
It was a very difficult one. We argued it, she was not fine until when she started flowing. Then I now whispered to her, I said, have you seen the reason why I asked you to play this one?
Yes.
She did like this.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Then another one is the EP trying to play a major role. I told him, I said, Oga, you can play a subordinate role, but remove yourself from this.
Major role.
You can't get and interpret what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Do you understand? That is two things.
But does it mean that an EP cannot play a major role?
Most of them doesn't fit into what you are expecting.
Why do you say so?
There are, like me, there are sometimes you look at me, you say, I should be playing more of pastors or doctors than bringing me in a field of, the leader of a gang. I don't have those vibes.
Okay.
So I use actors based on their strengths. There are some actors that are not versatile.
That's true.
Do you understand? You can't use me on what do I call it? Rough scenes, bad gangs. You can't use somebody like me to play a leader of a court because it's not on me facially. There is no costume you will put on me that will make me change.
Yeah, that's true.
Because my life is fashioned on a particular set. So that is the work of a director to take that decision. So I told the EP, you are not playing this, you are playing this. But when the script was given, he has already memorized every rule and every he has already memorized everything to play this.
Gotten himself ready.
Ready for that particular role. So it was that minute when I've already realized that he has started working on this. I told him that we now started looking for who to play that role. But at the end, he saw the reason why I made that decision.
Wow. What if in a situation where, because there was a time you mentioned, even if the person is the person sponsoring that filming, what if that person sponsoring it financially wants to play that major role? So how do you convince that person? Because you know that she or he is the one sponsoring it financially. So how do you convince that person to release that very particular role to another person?
There is a movie. There is a series of movies I have done that I don't put my name.
Okay.
As a director. Okay. I'm sorry to say. Do you understand? I don't put my name as a director. There are a series of them. I can mention them.
Wow.
I get a reason because while on set, there is always a disagreement which I will open up publicly and tell the EP. Please, if you should go with this, don't put my name.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm not dragging for names.
Alright.
Do you understand? I'm not dragging for names. All I want is the best.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, when we did The Mysterious Fate, the co-producer wanted to play a lead role, the lady.
Wow.
She was like, no, we are going to do this, we are going to do this. And I look at her, she's just coming in. She doesn't know the left from the right. Even when we swat and give her some roles, she was delaying us. She was not catching.
Okay.
So imagine if I have to accept that. Although I knew she was not happy.
Yeah.
Some of them, after that particular set, they will not call you again to come and direct for them. You keep losing jobs when you don't do it in their own expectation. But when they will be receiving the accolades and the reward and the recommendation of that particular good job you did, they will not remember you. But because they always want to do for themselves and themselves alone, they don't consider the other figure. There was a job I went some time ago. The EP said the then girlfriend must play a particular role which she was not fit for. I tried to do it, I tried to but do you understand?
Yes.
And he gave me a condition, and that is a love scene.
Wow.
Why would if he give me such condition that on this love scene the main guy character should not kiss? You understand that kind of thing?
Yes.
And the picture, what people are looking for is this. That romantic mood supposed to be in. But this guy said, this girl is playing this thing. But director, I don't want this guy to touch.
That must be a very difficult one.
But me on my own, I wanted him to suspend the girl from playing the role. What did I have to do? That was more of emotional and the romantic sense. You understand?
Yes.
Why? Because without this thing, I can't bring out my storyline. So that is it. A lot of them give you
it. If they insist on a particular
but sometimes you accept.
Yeah.
Sometimes you accept. Because executive producers know where they are taking their movies to.
Okay.
Like there is a lady, a woman, she doesn't submit your job if she's not in that movie. She doesn't submit it. You understand? She tends to push it faster to DSTV or any TV station if she's on that set. Do you understand? And most times, the producers and the EPs might not have the money and the finance to bring her in. They might have somebody else. Yet they want you to sell this product. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you trying to bring in your own actors makes it easy for you. It's not easy.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. It's so good to have you today.
Thank you.
What is your conclusion on today's program? What do you have to tell our viewers?
Well, I'll first like to advise my colleagues out there to always try to create something real, something new in the business.
Okay.
If as a movie director you need to learn.
All right.
Learn. Go out there and make researches and learn. And not only that, you need to know that the success of any given project is in your hand. Is in your hand.
Yeah.
And I also want to appreciate you guys for having me here.
Yeah.
And I believe when next you invite me, I'll come more prepared.
Of course, definitely.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much for today's program. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you some other time.
Definitely.
All right. We've come to the end of today's program. Thank you so much for watching. You've heard everything that our director have taught us today. And in case if you're shooting a movie or if you're bringing a job, you have to get a good director who will get the job done and then bring out what it takes to be a director through that movie. In case if you want to place an advert or any event, feel free to call those lines, the numbers you see there. You see our numbers there. For advert placements, contact us on our platforms online, DKG TV online, or you can contact us through the numbers on the screen. It's still Lady Blessing. See you some other time. It's a bye from me.